Okay, Scott, great that you're taking the time to have a little chat with me and tell me about your company and yourself and how Magnatech works with umbrella profiles.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Magnus. My name is Scott Millar. I'm the Director of Sales and Strategic Partnerships at Magnetech. I've been with the company now for just over 20 years, and needless to say, I've seen many changes in the industry in that time. Magnetech itself has been around for 35 plus years. It
Hmm.
gives you a real sense of the experience that we bring to the table. We provide tools that cover the full operational life cycle of a travel booking, from pre-ticketing right through to traveler safety and open ticket management. So we're very much embedded in the day-to-day of how TMCs operate.
Okay, which actually is the answer to my first question, right? So what your background is and introducing the company. Uh, what uh, what service explicitly is or what key problem does Magnatech solve?
So for Umbrella, and first off, we've been partnered for Umbrella
Hmm.
now, I think for almost a decade.
Hmm.
So it's been a great partnership, and Umbrella does a brilliant job of managing the traveler profile, the preferences, the policies, the
Thank you.
limits. Yeah, you made a little bit of a plug there, but and what Magnetech brings to that is the open credit picture. So instead of that data living somewhere separate, it's right there in the profile before anything is used. So for the travel consultant, that means everything they need is in one place, faster decisions, fewer queries back and forth, and a much more cleaner experience for the end user.
Okay, so they can take action depending on uh, the credit information you have in the
Correct.
profile.
Correct. So when we're managing the open credit process, they know exactly what's open for use at the time of the transaction, so
Hmm.
they can act accordingly on whether or not that particular ticket can be exchanged for the future value ticket.
Okay. Okay. Wow, that's interesting. Does that happen a lot of times? Is that like a
It
regular topic that travel agents are confronted with?
Yeah, absolutely. So for us, there's significant value sitting in unused tickets that often goes unrealized, right?
Hmm.
And we make sure that doesn't happen. So if you're a corporate client, a corporate account, and you're traveling, 10, 15 times a month, chances are meetings get missed, meetings get canceled, meetings get
Hmm.
rescheduled. So there's always going to be the potential for value or open credits being left on the table if there's not a concise and effective way to manage those credits.
Okay. All right. So, for example, if I have a spare room now in London next week, and if I would work with a travel agent or a TMC that works with you, you could kind of do something with this spare room. Is that correct? Or do you only do that for flights? Would
We,
that be
we
a
Yeah, so we only do that. Our particular application is called OnTrack Plus. So our connectivity with the GDS allows us to be able to identify pre-flight tickets and then check the status of the tickets 3 days
okay?
after the last flight segment date. So that's only going to be done with air, not hotels.
Okay, not hotels, but from the thinking, it's probably the same thing. It's just the product in this case that you don't uh, do.
Yes, exactly. So right now it would be the way we work with the in the travel industry is we've identified a need with regards to open credits and open ticket
Mm,
management. We hopefully have provided a solution to that need, because if agencies are doing this manually, it's a very cumbersome manual process. You have to update the
mm,
profile, update
uh,
Umbrella, update the online booking tool, right? So we wanted to make sure that we were able to satisfy that requirement for travel agencies.
yeah, it's amazing how detailed this work is and how many manual processes you have to keep track of.
Absolutely.
and not get confused, right? And that's where automation really, in that sense, helps out quite a lot. So yeah, actually, we're deep into question number 3, I guess already. So the question was actually, how does this fit into the TMC workflow in the US and or UK? Maybe we take the second part. Is there any difference you see between continents and the way travel agents work, or how TMC processes are defined?
Yeah, so we're right in the engine room, if you will, of the TMC operation.
Mm,
Everything that happens between a booking being made and a ticket being issued, that's our world. So we work across both the UK and the US, and while the two markets obviously have their differences, the fundamental need is the same: clean data, smooth process
mm,
equals happy client. And we always work with what a TMC already has in place, rather than asking them to start from scratch. So we very much work with TMC's existing processes to make sure that we can add an extra level of automation, whether that's in the US or UK. Ultimately, the booking of travel is the same across both continents, right? Europe or North America. So we book your flight, air, car, hotel,
mm.
and
Yeah,
then you want to make sure that everything's in corporate compliance, and then you want to go through the ticketing process and check all those boxes.
yeah. Which, of course, then in the end makes the implementation a lot easier, right? For the travel agents actually to start working with it. If you don't define new processes, then they don't have to learn too much new things.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
rather just skip something they used to do before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. So, yeah, you said talked a little bit about how Umbrella and Magnatech integrate. Can we go a little bit deeper into that? Is there how is that from the architectural setup, and yeah, is there maybe some sort of use case you can show?
Yeah, so during the booking process for when we're identifying tickets that are open for use, so we handle the entire life cycle of the ticket from pre-flight all the way to handle
Hmm.
in that 365-day or 1 year period. So behind the scenes, we can identify PNRs and we know exactly where they belong in the umbrella profile. So as we're harvesting data, we are capturing the required elements within the PNR that allows us to be able to automatically populate the umbrella profile management tool. So, and as tickets become exchanged, canceled, no longer open for use, we automatically update the umbrella profile tool as well. So it's an entirely automated process from start to finish. So in that booking process, as we're identifying PNR information and umbrella information, then as I mentioned, we can take that information, and whether it is a corporate profile within umbrella or if it's the individual passenger
Hmm.
profile, we can update that accordingly, depending on the components that we find within the PNR.
Okay. Do I understand correctly? You update Umbrella. Does it uh, also work the other way around?
No, we
Respectively,
will.
does that make sense?
Yeah, so we update umbrella
Yeah.
direct. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and that sounds really, really exciting and very helpful as far as I understand the game. So really, really cool, and thank you for getting deep into this a little bit more to make our listeners understand how Magnetech and Umbrella Profiles work together. Now, looking a little bit into the future and then taking the broader picture, do you see any major challenges in the industry? And probably you do. But then again, also, do you think we have the tools to solve these challenges?
So there are a few things that kind of keep coming up, right? The first thing I think that's major to the industry is data fragmentation. Okay,
Yeah.
that's kind of the big one right now. There's so many systems in the industry, and they don't always talk to each other, and that can create real gaps. Then there's the shift in expectations from corporates. They're just not willing to wait for end of month reporting. They want
Mm,
visibility right now. And then, of
yeah.
course, what always comes to the forefront is duty of care. It's become much more so complex these days. Businesses need to know where their people are at any given moment. That's something that we actually address directly with our Safe to Go traveler tracking program.
Hmm.
Um, so the future is really about best in class tools working together. And honestly, I think that's a pretty exciting place to be. So that's what makes the Umbrella and Magnetech partnership so great and so beneficial for both our organizations, I think.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. And if you look a little bit beyond Umbrella and Magnatech, do you have kind of a personal view on what we're approaching, or what is approaching us in terms of new topics and
Yeah, so I mean the elephant in the room, good or bad, is AI,
mm,
right? So everybody has the AI on the mind and how to best adopt it as part of their booking process and how to best bring in that sort of technology to make the travel agency more efficient, the travel agent more efficient. And so I think that's going to be at the forefront of our technology going forward, is that we're going to look at
mm,
ways to best adopt AI as part of our technology stack in our suite of products and how we offer it to our clients.
yeah,
So we're seeing a lot of movement in that respect, and you either grow with the AI, the advancements, or you're going to be left behind. So AI right now, I think, is going to be in the next year to 2 years, especially really at the forefront of what we're bringing into our technology and the capabilities we'll be able to bring to our agencies.
yeah. I mean, it really has already looking back the last 2 years, where you 2 years ago thought, okay, what am I going to use this for? And you don't really had an idea to now already having good use cases within your organization or people building great tools already based on AI. Um, uh, I mean, that's been a tremendous speed, actually, and probably it will become faster and gain more momentum than
Yeah,
we can imagine, right? So,
absolutely.
yeah,
We're only at the tip of the iceberg at this point
yeah,
of its
yeah,
capabilities. Yeah.
yeah. But it's, I think there's a lot of good vibe in it too, and possibilities uh, to capture, right?
Yeah.
So so true. Okay, Scott, those were actually my 5 questions to you and about your company. And thank you so much. Um, yeah,
You're welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you, Magnus. Like I
yeah,
said, we're very happy with Midoco and Umbrella and the partnership we've had over these last several years, and I look forward to nothing but great things for both our companies going forward and into the future.
yeah. Same from my side, and thanks a lot again for taking the time.
Thanks, Magnus. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
bye.
Have a good day.